What if I told you you're already influencing the entire world every single day? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, the world? I can't even get my kids to listen. My partner ignores half my advice. My boss barely reads my email. Even my friends don't take me seriously. But whether you realize it or not, you are influencing how people feel. And those feelings shape how all of us think, speak, and act. You've all experienced it. Somebody walks in a room. Without saying a single word, the entire atmosphere shifts. That invisible force, each one of us carries it. I call it the inner climate. Every climate shapes the world around it, because every interaction adjusts to the climate you bring. Let's try a quick experiment together. Picture a room with other people, a room that you regularly enter. Could be your kitchen with family members around the table, could be your office workspace with your colleagues, or a classroom with classmates. Recall the last time you walked in, all rushed, tense, and distracted. Notice what happened. The voices got clipped, the smiles disappeared, and the room itself tightened. That's your version 1. Now I want you to visualize the same room, but you walking in differently. Version 2. Before you step in, you take a pause. One conscious breath. You walk in with intention, present, open, with a smile. Watch what begins to happen. Somebody looks up and smiles back at you. A conversation opens up, and the atmosphere softens. Same room, same people, different climate. And this shift percolates from this room to your next meeting, your next conversation, and even to the ones you're not part of it. This whole concept really clicked for me when I was just a couple of years into my sales career. I was working on a deal that was so large that single order could actually overachieve my entire annual target few times over. What felt like a marathon. Finally, the call from the client come in. Come tomorrow and pick up the order. I was on cloud 9, super excited. That evening, I could barely sleep. I was already spending the big fat bonus check in my head. Next day, all energized, pumped up, I reached the client's office, expecting to pick up the signed order. But something was off. His body language seemed different. He looked at me in an angry tone, said, "Forget the order. We are reconsidering. And if this issue is not resolved, we are going to blacklist your company." Blacklist. All the celebrations, recognitions happening in my head since yesterday vanished. An unresolved customer support issue from the past had resurfaced and escalated. Something ignited within me. Fear, ego, defensiveness. My inner climate spiraled downwards and was responsible for what happened next. I started thinking, this isn't my fault. Why am I paying for somebody else's mistake? Later, I stormed into my manager's office, blaming everyone except myself. I told him how I had reminded the support team a few times to take care of this issue on a priority. I went on and on, blaming other departments how they can collaborate better. He listened patiently and then said, "Ajay, if our support was excellent, if our marketing was flawless, if our operations never made mistakes, why would the organization hire salespeople like you and me?" Funny, but devastatingly accurate. That moment, I made a call not to be a victim, but take responsibility for the experiences we were creating. My inner climate, which was down, defensive, soared higher and became calm and constructive. Little did I know that this entire experience is going to reveal 3 powers which shape all the interactions, and as modern science shows us, ripples far beyond us. As Viktor Frankl wrote, between stimulus and response, there is space. I experienced that space between my manager's words and my next reaction. And that moment revealed the first power, the power of SOS. Stop, observe, and steer. When I stopped and stepped back, I could observe things differently. My customer wasn't irrational. He was under immense internal pressure due to escalation at the highest level. And it was showing in form of his anger. My support team wasn't careless either. They were struggling with supply issues far beyond their control. And my own initial thoughts of blaming others actually escalated the conflict. So, I steered my thoughts. Instead of this isn't my problem, I chose this is my responsibility. Nothing changed externally at first. What changed was me, and it shaped what became possible. That is the power of SOS. It helps you take back control on what happens next. But SOS alone is not enough. And that's where the second power comes in play, the power of spoken words. When my thoughts changed, my words followed. I hear your frustration. Let's fix this. We are with you. My inner climate slowly rippled out to the client, softening tensions, opening conversations, and rebuilding trust. Did you hear that? Different climate, different outcome. Choose your words before they choose you. While calm thoughts and calm words full of empathy are extremely powerful, the world does not respond to intention alone. And that's where the third power comes into play. Aligned action. When what I think, what I say, and what I do align, trust is formed. People feel safe to rely on me. When I started acting on what I was thinking and what I was saying, I went across different departments, collaborated with them. I reassured our clients' leadership. I even creatively sourced parts from another customer and resolved the issue much faster. That alignment in what I thought, what I said, and what I did, that's integrity in motion. The large deal was signed. More importantly, the foundation for a long-term partnership was set. What was more interesting, what the client told me sometime later on, he confided in telling me, Ajay, it wasn't just the solution, but the way you showed up every time, that made all the difference. And it all began with a shift, which nobody could see, but everybody felt it, my inner climate. You cannot always control the storm outside, but you can definitely control your inner climate every time. Your inner climate is like a stone dropped in still water. Every thought, every word, every action sends ripples outwards. So ask yourself, if someone were to spend a full day with you, what climate would they experience? Tension or trust? And I'm not talking only about professional meetings. I'm talking about the moments that matter the most. Your time with family at home, your friends, relatives, your personal interactions. Clarity inside, trust around us. Network science has shown us that our emotions and behaviors travel far beyond the person in front of us. They ripple across to friends, families, communities, teams, institutions, ecosystems. We've all seen an anxious leader can tense an entire team, while a calm, soothing voice can steady the same team. The future of all of us is not just built in parliaments and boardrooms alone. It is built in the emotional tone of our day-to-day interaction. And here's the truth. You are not a mere spectator in the system. You are a climate creator and a climate carrier. This is not an abstract philosophy. It is a daily practice. And you don't have to wait long. You can try it today itself, not once, multiple times. And tomorrow, and every day thereafter. So next time when you get into any interaction, personal or professional, use SOS. This is where you steer your thoughts in the right direction by observing objectively and taking a pause. Use the right spoken words and align your action with your thoughts and words. Because every space you enter not only reflects your climate, it actually amplifies it. We all know this line from Spider-Man: with great power come great responsibility. Now, when we think of all the superheroes coming and saving cities and people, we think of moments of crisis, which happens rarely. In my humble opinion, the responsibility which each one of us carries is far, far greater. Because with our three inner powers, we are shaping the future of all of us on a daily basis. So let me bring you back from where we began. You are already influencing the entire world every single day. The question is how? Through every SOS, through every spoken word, and through every aligned action. Because you have the power, how you use it shapes the future for all of us.